See, I have put the actual photomicrograph of the stomach at the level of the pylorus. So this is the photomicrograph of histology of stomach at the level of the pylorus. Now already we have discussed the histology of stomach at the level of the fundus. Now in pylorus, what are the important things you have to identify? Look at the gastric pits, they are quite deep. Look at the gastric pits, they are quite deep. In the level of the fundus, it was shallow, but at the level of the pylorus, you can see the gastric pits are quite deep. Now, how do you compare the depth? Now, you compare the depth of the gastric pits with the level of the muscularis mucosae. This MM is muscularis mucosae. So, there is a very well found muscularis mucosae. Compare the depth of the gastric pits with the muscularis mucosae. So, at the level of the pylorus, the gastric pits are quite deep. Rest are all same. What are the things that you are seeing? The lining epithelium is simple columnar epithelium. You have gastric pits which are quite deep. And one more thing here you can see the glands. These are the pylori glands. The pylori glands are short, whereas in the fundus you saw long fundic glands, but in the pylorus you see there are short pylori glands. Then you see the muscularis mucosae and submucosa. Now in this particular picture, we are not seeing muscularis externa or the serosa, which is not visible, but actually you have presence of muscularis externa and as well as serosa. But in this particular field of focus, we have kept only till submucosa. So what are the important identifying points of histology of stomach at the level of the pylorus? You have the gastric pits which are quite deep. The lining epithelium is simple columnar epithelium. You have short pyloric glands, and then you have a prominent muscularis mucosae. Now this will help you to identify this slide as